In this video, I'm going to talk about air leaks and how to avoid them on your fuel system in an OM606. To start off with, where does the fuel come from? This down here, these two on your firewall, the one on the bottom, which is a little bit thicker, is your in and this is your out. So from the tank to the tank. And stock, these have Mercedes lines which have like special bends in them, which are about 25 years old by now, and so you might want to check them, see if they're not cracked. I would just recommend replacing them. This is just regular fuel line hose from a local auto parts store. So let's talk about first how it's set up stock. So stock, it comes from here and then it goes around to the back and it goes onto your fuel heater, heat exchanger, into right here. So what this is, it's located on the cylinder head and it has coolant that runs through it to heat up your fuel. Personally, I don't really see the point in that, because when you start an engine cold, your coolant's cold also, so it's not going to really heat your fuel until your engine's warm, and by then the fuel's going to be warm anyways because it'll be going through all these things that create heat. So personally, I think that's kind of pointless, and it is prone to leaking both fuel and coolant, so I would just avoid it completely. But anyways, it goes in through here and out through here, and then it goes into your pre-filter, which is right here. And these are notorious for leaking. They have an O-ring at the bottom that leaks really, really bad. And it goes out through there, and from there it goes onto your stock shutoff valve, which is going to be located right here. It's a big black box. I've bypassed that with just a regular banjo fitting, and I sell these on my website, benzinjection.com. But anyways, it comes in through here and then it goes out through the bottom and then it goes into your lift pump. Okay, so if we count them, all those points are all under vacuum. They're all suction, because the in of your lift pump is right here. So everything before that is being sucked, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I may be wrong. It's been a while since I've had the stock fuel system, but it's like 8 different points where it could be sucking in air. So we just want to bypass all of those. Okay, the pre-filter isn't really needed. The fuel heater, I already went over that. So the way to bypass that is the hose that sits right here. I believe stock, it points up. I can't remember, it's been a while, but either way, it doesn't matter. What you're gonna do is just cut it off. Okay, it has line on it that looks like this, and you're just going to cut off at the bottom and you're going to leave the line that's on top of it. The reason is because the diameter of the barb that sticks out is really small, and so it's going to be different from this. So you just leave it on and you're just going to run a hose like I did that comes from here, and it's going to go down through this. When you remove all these, you're going to have extra lines, so if you want one that has an elbow like I do, just put it on. You want to check when you install it that there's no play, you wiggle it. This one has a little bit of play, but not much. I replaced the O-ring on that, so you might want to do the same thing, because that will be your only point of suction really if you do it like this. And you're just going to get your rubber line with a hose clamp and you just slide it over like that and tighten your hose clamp and you're done. If you do that, the only point of suction that you're going to have is right there and right here, but sorry, it's not focusing. But they're going to be hose clamp with new rubber lines, so very unlikely for it to leak there. Now what you're going to do is over here, this is once it's been pressurized, this is out on the lift pump, and the same thing. Use the original hose that's there, cut it off, slide a rubber line over it, and this rubber line, you're going to put it to right here, which is the in of the fuel filter. So same thing, you're just going to cut it off and slide over a rubber line. I believe it's 3/8, but I don't remember exactly. I'm not a fractional type of measurement. I like everything in millimeters, and I don't remember what that is, but anyways, it's just something that I had lying around. And same thing, I'm going to cut it off, slide it over, put on a abrazadera, I forget what they are in English, sorry, hose clamp. And after that, this is your out. Once it's gone through your fuel filter, this is the out. Same thing, you're gonna remove the original line that's here, slide over a rubber one, and this is gonna go into your shutoff valve delete, and that goes into the pump. And then inside here there's like a rail, a pipe, a tube, whatever you want to call it, where the elements pump the fuel. And then everything that's left for your return comes out through here. This is already fine the way it is, and then this comes up here into, let's see if you can see that, there you go, into your return. And then the return, you can replace this if you want. All this is pressurized, so it doesn't really matter. And then this is the line that goes to back to your tank. So if you do all that, you should avoid air leaks. I was chasing air leaks for over a year, and this is what I did finally to get rid of it all. And I've been driving this for about 1.5 years with 0 issues. So I highly recommend doing it this way.